Hello, everyone, and welcome to SpeedGaming Live. This is the SGL 20 Live 2022 tournament online, and
This
here we have my commentator Alexander.
Hello, and this is a round two brackets match. Round two, Drooness versus Gavaroni.
Two very strong runners, as you can see.
Yeah, and Gav was my opponent in the previous round, and it was a pretty close match. It was unfortunately not restreamed, but I'm pretty happy with the results. I'm not gonna. It was really close. Anyway,
We got a pretty interesting start. We've got Bolero, so that's a free song right off the bat. And we've got the Spirit Medallion, so we have a minimum of 4 dungeons we can complete.
Yep. And with the adult start and Bolero, I imagine that depending on where we spawn, we're probably going to get an insta Bolero usage right here. Because it just makes sense to do it right now.
True. And perhaps we could get a very useful song out of it. It'll certainly be better than what I got yesterday, which was 2 foolish song hints. But yeah, it looks like we're off to a good start. Oh no, that's a really bad start. Grotto Fortress is foolish.
Big Pose is dead. DMT foolish. Saria.
So we'll just have to keep notes of that.
I think it's Saria and Big Goron. So Saria's check is dead, yeah. And that was a blue song. I didn't get the peak immediately. Oh, Serenade. So, not the best song, but also not the worst song to get. But that is 2 immediate foolishes. So,
yep. And both of them are Overworld.
Yep.
What was the first? Oh, right. Saria. The Saria song checks.
Yep. So that is our first double hint. So, let's see. But we're getting between our 2 runners, both of them deciding that it is now time to go child, which isn't a bad idea at the moment. Getting those child songs, you got a free dungeon you can do.
And Serenade's on Bolero from what it looks like.
Yep. Did Gav just save quit and go to Lon Lon, or did he just hike there?
I think he might have save quit.
Yeah, I was just curious.
Let's see.
Because looks like Drooness is just going to farm some cash off of the bridge, which is definitely going to be very helpful for us. Because then he doesn't have to go and run back.
And from what I understand, Forest is Light Medallion, right?
I believe so. They just read through those hints so much faster than I do.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. We're getting confirmation that, indeed, Child Spawn is in Lon Lon Ranch Stable.
It's actually really convenient.
At least for this time around. It won't be too handy otherwise. And we get Song of Time off of Malon, so Lon Lon will not be able to be hinted foolish. Not that it realistically would at this point.
Wait. Yeah.
But who needs to farm cash when you can just ask a Talon?
How nice of him to give us an allowance.
Ooh, bomb juice. How big of the pack do you think it is?
I
swear this is the hardest song check in the game because, like, setting up the ocarina, sometimes you just don't get close enough to her. Oh, that is big. That's absolutely big.
That is really good.
Yep.
That means everything else is going to be smaller from here on out.
Yep. But that's a pretty nice thing to see. But I can see them probably going to Lost Woods. Oh, no. Makes good sense to start peeking Hyrule Field stuff. Like, right now.
Yeah. Alright. I think Gavaroni is going... No, he's going straight for the Valley Loop from what it looks like.
That makes sense.
It makes Southern Hyrule much easier with just the 20 chews, because you only have to use 2.
Yeah, and you could get to the GTG at any time and grab those along the way. Assuming you have Eponas, then it's not a big time loss. But it'd be interesting to see what we see, to see what's in the valley, because it looks like Drooness is just going into Lost Woods, so we're getting some divergence between our two runners.
Yeah, that's what I really like, is when you have this wide divergence in our routing. Now we get to see...
some cash.
We do have a gossip stone down here, so we could check whenever possible.
Let's see what's in the waterfall. And keep your eye out on Mido's house, too, because that's a bloopy in there. Probably a refill of some sort. Temple of Time Wath.
Temple of Time Wath, let's go.
Ice arrows. And
the hint stone was in Valley.
Din's fire's in Mido's house.
Ooh, Mido's house.
Yep.
Both Din's and
ice arrows. So, definitely like chewing 5 gum.
And the other thing in the big chest?
Goron is dead. So it was Din's fire and ice arrows in Mido's house, but nothing really other than that, other than just some junk. And Big Goron, a claim check for a hinted dead Big Goron. Rip. You hate to see it when you get the early claim check, but it goes nowhere. We will be seeing child fishing from Gav's side, as Drooness is probably going to get the tree hints.
Yeah. Nocturne on Prelude, would actually be very beneficial, considering how quick and easy Dodongo's Cavern is. Oh, we'll be getting 2 extra hints right here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Drooness
cool.
getting the camera manip.
Yep, it looks super cool.
Sun Song Grave is dead. Well, it's a Deku Nut capacity, but
it might as well be.
Yep. As child fishing gives us nothing but some love.
Yeah.
But we're definitely probably going to see the southern part of Hyrule done. Kakariko Wath. And there's so much that could be Woth in that area. So much.
Oh yeah. Does that mean we might potentially see chickens or 20 skulls?
Possibly. It depends on what we find there. Because we haven't seen anything, as we see that map chest is something big.
Oh.
Absolute bait.
Bait. It's a stone that causes pure agony on more seasoned runners.
Just getting scammed off of the Deku Scrub. Or the Scrub Seller. But let's see what's in Open Grotto.
Ooh.
Zora's River Woth,
and there's
a
strength.
strength in the slingshot room.
I think that will do. Or should I just shorten it down to DT? I think that will do.
It's up to you. Seeing the Skulltula spotting you like that is always a bad feeling.
Very Monka-esque.
Oh, there's a big
Hyrule Field
Woth.
No way!
Slingshot! Oh no. There's only 3 checks left that could be a Woth. Because we haven't seen near market, because Gav didn't check that yet. And there's also Tektite
in the tree.
Yep.
There's also the song, because it's not.
Yeah, it's also the song because it's not an always hint.
Oh,
that's 2/3 of the kit already. But yeah, Woth, like Ocarina of Time song, can be Woth unless it is a sometimes. We're still missing 2 single sometimes hints.
But we do know that Deku Tree has to be for a Woth, given that it is a stone, and of course we need stones to reach our beloved Dwarf. Ooh, I see Drooness is going for the Tsundere skip.
Almost a frame early. Nice, you got it.
Excellent.
Very clean.
Incredibly clean. But I think we're just missing a hook shot from doing Forest Temple. Though Forest Temple is Light Medallion, so we don't really need it.
Yeah,
but
at least not immediately.
Who knows? It might have, it might be a way the hero.
One thing's for sure. If we find something interesting on Goma, like we did yesterday, then we might have some fun with this logic.
Oh yeah.
Like how the slingshot was technically kind of Woth. And the nice, clean 2-nut 1 cycle.
Very consistent, very clean, and blink and you miss it. That is how you can best describe fighting Goma.
Either that, or you have to watch her climb all the way up to the ceiling.
Oh, Goma having nothing today, sadly.
Other than a stone.
The seed's rather nutty, if you will pardon the pun.
But yeah, we'll see what this hint is up here.
Yeah,
because it might be one that we haven't seen, or it could be a Hyrule Field Woth.
well, if it is, you better prepare yourself. Oh, that's the treasure chest.
So we aren't going to be getting any guesses for this one, unfortunately.
And we're on our way to another Gossip Stone, so we're looking forward to what the next hint will be.
Yeah, assuming it's not a repeat. Man,
Rip.
these scrubs are really good at ripping us off.
That's another cack. So, Lost Woods.
Yep.
If we find another one, then it's double loss.
Yep. Which both runners would probably find out.
Well, I suppose
we'll be able to check one more check here that drooness has to skip at the moment.
Yeah. Target in the woods. And we know that both Saria's song checks are dead.
Yep.
So drooness won't have to worry too much about Lost Woods unless there's something on Skull Mask. And we still have not found a hint for that yet.
Yep. Some cash money from playing Simon Says.
With the boys.
With the boys. Alright. Ooh, not even going for this one. Oh, I think I know what he's planning. He's going to save Scum some bomb chews after getting the song and checking these hints. Which I could respect. If there's anything big, then just save it. But if there isn't, it's a good chance to save on 20 chews to go into Dodongo's Cavern. Because depending on song layout, it might not be a bad idea to do Dodongo's Cavern early.
Yeah.
Because we don't have much info on it. But that's true. Temple Time is indeed Woth.
That's Zelda's lullaby.
Drooness doesn't know that yet, and Frogs 2 is dead. That's the thing is, Drooness does not have that information, whereas Gavaroni does.
I only wish we could see more frog seeds, if I'm to be perfectly honest, but you know how hard that's gonna be.
Skull Mask is dead.
Okay. Skull Mask is Deaderino.
And I think that was a Big Poe repeat.
Alright.
Yep, it was.
We'll be fighting a few puppers. Naughty puppers. And Drooness is down to 3 sticks, so he's gonna be a little conservative with them now, I think.
Feeling that it's probably something like Nocturne. But I also noticed that we got ZL off of Saria's song check.
Yeah. Heart piece on the scrub.
But yeah, saves coming here after doing Child's Goron City might not be a bad play.
I think Drooness might actually go into Goron City.
Yeah, because he has the hint for the fact that Saria's is dead, so... And there's...
Zora's River, that's the second one?
That's the second one.
And that is this. Bam.
Oh, choosing the Scummit and going to do Goron City later. Fair enough.
I think he's going adult now.
Yeah.
I mean, River is certainly much easier to do as an adult.
Yeah, and if...
Or not, he's gonna just going to the market. There's a few other checks that are available.
There are 2 checks that he can do within the area that wouldn't be a bad choice to do.
And a hint
And that
stone.
is here. Yep.
You could also do Hyrule Castle Fairy since
Yeah,
I haven't received a hint for that.
And if you're looking to burn a bit of time, what you can do too is do Castle 2 hints at the same time.
Yeah.
And was Target in the Woods anything?
Nope. That is a rip from me.
But yeah, with Castle Fairy, you can more easily route in the castle hint too, and even try pushing for Richard the dog. Because we all know that he is the goodest of boys, and Minuet is in Serenade. Yep. The final item in Ice is dead, and the song is Serenade. Not Serenade, Minuet.
So, let's see, yeah, it's be under Serenade. Or Ice Cavern.
We'll get to see what's on the Hyrule Castle Fairy, aka Din's Fairy.
Just a heart container. And it looks like Drooness is going to be going straight to Lake Hylia.
Maybe thinking about doing the whole loop around.
Or he's heading to Hack.
That is also a possibility.
Because it's much faster to just take the owl than to go through Prelude.
It's also possible, yeah, that it could be like storms for Frogs 1. And potentially for something in the well. Zora's River.
Oh, I see.
It's a bit of a bold play here, but I like it.
Yeah. That is definitely a river play.
I mean, you got two hints screaming towards it. You get 3 more hints if you're really good about it.
Yeah.
Potentially 4 if you want to really want to do Zora's Domain.
Well, that involves grabbing our beloved feathered friend.
Not always a bad thing. I mean, you still have to grab it anyway, because it does make traversing easier.
I think Drooness is going to be buying a bean here, or a few.
Yeah. It's good to buy, I think it's 2 or 3, because then you could just kind of place them and forget it.
Yeah.
And he does have ZL. But I mean, if you can get the chicken, you can do Open Grotto.
Yeah.
Because that actually is in logic. Alright, so that's not the item here.
Ledge, so Wath is either in Open Grotto, which would be Sphere 0 for adults, or it's on... Or that it's bomb locked as child / hovers locked as adult, or bomb / scale locked.
Yeah.
We know that the slingshot we have is definitely bomb locked.
Yep. It's very much possible that it could just be a bomb bag in Open Grotto.
Yeah. Nope.
Nope. Okay, it's nothing, but...
Icy Water has a Zora scale.
That's cursed.
And that is ZR. Grotto. Well, we're not going to be seeing gold scale water, I guess. That's so bad!
That is a great place for that other hint. That is a fantastic spot for it.
Amazing. That means it's either on storms, with the frogs, or yeah, we need storms.
100% on storms.
Oh, and there's the snow mist. Well, where's storms located? Yep,
probably in Temple of Time. That's a good guess.
And it's also scale/bomb locked. I see. Drooness is going to be planting the bean here, and we're getting chickens. So get your 3 chickens in chat, fellas.
Chickens. Indeed. I mean, now's the time to do it. And it's not very punishing in these settings because it's only 3 chickens you have to grab.
It looks like Drooness is doing some lake checks now.
Okay, that's just a bow refill.
And with 3 chickens, this is basically free. And... oh. She only gave us a heart.
And planting the bean here, because we haven't gotten anything regarding Lake Hylia yet.
And it looks like Gavaroni is going to be going straight to the Royal Tomb. Probably getting the song. And see if he does the...
I'm pretty sure he's going to go for it.
Yeah. It's out of logic, but it's still worth going for at least once. And if he had magic, he'd be able to do it more freely with just dins.
Oh no.
But he's got a slingshot at least, so he doesn't have to waste sticks killing these keys.
Yeah, Drooness is indeed 1 rupee short.
Yes. I hope he realizes that soon. Oh, right.
It's fine.
Yeah, he could just grab one. You could just dive for them, Drew. Requiem.
Oh, there's Requiem
right
there.
Song. We'll just see Gavaroni pulling off this trick.
Very, very clean setup for it. That's so far. Very clean.
Oh, here we go. And nope. Time to play the Song of the Desert People. The Requiem of Spirit. Let's see where we go.
We'll be getting a... Chances are we're getting a new hint here.
And if I'm not mistaken, he does have beans.
I think that was that. No, that was Drooness that had beans.
See.
And on the arch, that looked like a bloopy?
It was a bloopy or a hookshot.
Oh my god, fishing is dead.
Fishing has fire arrows. Was that a hint for, like, both fishing?
Yeah, child fishing and adult fishing.
DC, no. Dead.
Gav is going to...
I think it's DC because there's a hint stone in both Dodongo's Cavern and Desert Colossus, so it's kind of confusing. I guess we
just saw the other Hyrule Field Wath.
And that would be in...
DMC Grotto.
And there's the other Frogs 2 hint in DMT.
But I think Drooness is probably thinking about Dodongo's Cavern.
Yeah. With the strength, it is a little bit easier than, you know, doing it with shoes.
Okay, so it was the bean checks. Alright. Thank you for that. So, adult fishing was dead, I think, and...
Adult Lake. That's the one with the fire arrows. The one with fishing.
There's said song on Requiem.
It does make parts of Child easier now.
Yep.
Wait, that looks... Yeah, it's a big chest in the maze, right in the center.
Yep.
And that's the other ice cavern hint in Goron City.
Big Poe. A free Big Poe for a dead check that's hinted. Thanks,
Well, I
game.
mean, they can rush. He can rush ice now.
I guess for minuets, but it's still out of logic.
True. It can't get the scale either, sadly. Without those iron boots, though.
And what does Link the Goron have for us? What kind of goodies is he hiding out on us?
More shoes!
More shoes. What size?
More little logic breakers. I think that's like a 10-pack.
A 10-pack. Yeah, it's a 10-pack. So that is one of our 3 10-packs for that.
It looks like drooness is just gonna route in like most of this. Oh, that's a harp. Oh wait, you just get the 3 hearts from here. They have the same sort of drop rate, the same sort of drops as the Iron Knuckles and the Big Octo. At least in Death Mountain Trail, which I always found rather interesting. It's very convenient too if you're low on hearts or on cash.
We only need 3 bombs for 3 chews for Dodongo's Cavern, so
maybe even
very
just
convenient.
True. At least 3. Wait, opponent song on Burning Cack! Well,
yep. It may be logically required for GTG access, but with Requiem, it's only a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
So it would only be hard required. Oh, no. It's not hard required at all. Because Gerudo Fortress is foolish.
Yep. And Big Poe's is dead, and we got a Big Poe bottle as well. So absolutely unnecessary. Very convenient, though.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Not quite getting it, sadly.
Going for bow strats here. I think that's a little... Yeah, unfortunate that happened.
That looks like a small chest in there. Yep. Will there be a shield? Nope. More nuts!
But yeah, our music duo is hinted in the best of Grottos. The one near Market. But we're only like 2 checks away from confirming that Slingshot is Woth. And that's extremely cursed to think about. Because it would just be for Ganon's castle access. Oh, that's magic! That's magic in Tectite Grotto.
Oh, we're gonna need to get iron boots for those. So we're gonna add that as well.
Yep. Which means Irons is probably Woth somewhere.
Well, depending on where we
find for Water Temple anyway. You know, that could be what's on Frogs 1.
Mm-hmm. We're still missing, I think, the Song of Storms song, as well as... Because that could still be like an item check.
Yeah. Lighten up those eyes. Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, that is...
I can, yeah, definitely see that. Bombs in Kakariko, or it could be just in here, in Redead Grotto.
Ow.
Hammer!
That's the hammer!
Blocked.
Redead Grotto. And... hammer.
Drooness held on for that one for too long.
Yeah. Move.
Yep. A lot of shoes kind of went onto the wayside.
Yeah. Stuff happens.
Yep.
We'll get to see Shieldgrave and Dompe race, I believe.
Yep. And Gav is probably going to use Song of Time to get into the windmill. Which I would definitely do if I had the opportunity.
Oh!
Shieldgrave having something big again.
Another bow! None of the bows lock. The other bow is not locked by this one. Let's see. Nope. Shieldgrave. Let's see. That's a 20.
20 big ones. But this is, funnily enough, this is the second last check in Graveyard. Yeah. The only other one being Dompe digging, but at that point...
It is at least free for Gav, because if he can get Nocturne, then he can basically just route that in as Child. And
heck, it's not even that big of a deal. It's not even that big of a deal with Sun Song.
Yeah.
It's entirely possible that it could be like Song of Storms in Hyrule Field, with Prelude of being our Nocturne.
Small chest on Dompe. Oh, they're both junk.
A lot of heart containers early on. A lot of heart containers.
Oh, looks like he's not going to be using Song of Time for this.
True.
Wait, did we actually get,
Well... yeah. Yeah, it's possible. We'll just have to wait and see, though. Drooness buying a shield, Gav getting scammed by the,
Oh, now I see it. We're going straight to, Storms.
Yep. Getting the... Oh, there's a hook shot.
A hook shot!
So we have full force kit, by the way.
Yep.
Except for, like, access.
Yeah. And that's Song of Storms! Vanilla!
So,
I think that's also fulfills a walk.
So, you know what's possible now is it could be Saria's for forest access. I mean, forest isn't necessary, but it could be pointing towards an item in forest. Since we also know that Frog's one is required. Of course, there's also the hammer and the hook shot But we also know Storms is required for this seed as well. Getting man on the roof on this way.
Nutty.
Very nutty.
And it looks
Right.
like Drooness will be picking up his hammer.
Yep. I think he's going to grab the song off of Prelude soon enough.
So what is Kakariko Way the hero for? Yes.
Yes.
A free skull, we'll take that. I mean, with Kak still being Way the hero, it is possible that 10 or 20 could have something.
I wouldn't be surprised if Kak was actually just double Wath.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see.
But the hammer does make short work of a lot of these walls.
And heck, Gav now can save another Chew in Dodongo's Cavern because you can get the one near King Dodongo with just the hammer.
Yeah.
If you hit the center of the object. So you only have to blow up the eyes with the Chews.
Yeah. And that Force Medallion does lead to another easy song check.
Yep.
Which I think Drooness might do after doing some of these graveyard checks.
Yep.
Still really cool to pull off.
The Chew flip strats are always nice.
Yep.
Saves a lot of time on detonation.
And nuts.
And nuts. And all you have to do is have at least 80 rupees in your wallet to give to the nice man who sells you weapons.
Yeah. Well, he does give a discount, to be fair.
Yeah, that's why I said he was a nice man. And you could just always get more money, so not a big deal.
Ow!
Having hookshot and hammer in Fire Temple is really nice. Instead of having to...
And Fire Temple is required.
Yep.
And with the amount of hearts that both of them have, it will make it a lot easier to traverse safely. Though with the number of chews that both of them have, they might have to be a little conservative. Because there's going to be a few fairies that fairy fountains they'll have to skip as a result.
Yeah. Though Gav also hasn't gotten the Chew pack off of Link the Goron yet.
True. Looks like he's going to set up for... Oh, I see.
Yeah, this is the version I kind of do. Nice. Well, I do a slightly different setup than what he does, but same idea.
Yeah.
I mean, as long as the mouth gets opened. And Drooness is going to take his... oh no, he's going into...
He might be going into Fire Temple.
Yeah.
It is a required dungeon, so having the ability to peek how many, like, where the keys are might not be a bad idea, especially with the hammer. Since you can essentially full clear this dungeon out of logic anyway.
Yeah. And since it's the, yeah, it's the Shadow Medallion, so we don't really need to worry too much about going into Ganon's castle for the seed. Okay, so this would have been hard hammer locked, which subsequently makes his bomb locked logically. But
Yep.
finding those shoes really helps.
Well, logic is a suggestion and not a requirement.
True. Especially with these little logic breakers. And you get like 55 of them without buying.
But Gav does have the information that magic is irons locked this seed. So we'll have to see how that works out for him. So I think he might rush Temple of Time.
Mm-hmm. Or not. It looks like they're
Fire
both
Temple.
Fire Temple.
Yeah, that makes sense. Or no, he's doing Goron City because he can full clear Adult Goron City and get like all the fairy fountains along the way. Or the necessary fairy fountain because one of them's foolish.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense. Just clear out all the debris along the way. But either the next two checks are small keys, or one of them is a big key. Because we only got one key, I think, throughout that whole hammer loop there.
Yeah. Which means that either the big key is in the lava room, or we get two small keys.
Yep. Song of Time block eating up Z targets. Well, from door number 1 is a small key.
And see what.
Oh no!
Oh no!
That is unfortunate. Gavaroni sending a hint off into space. A hint we have not seen on Restream, so...
Don't worry, we'll get a chance to see it right now. And this time it won't be blasting off into space, or at least into the ceiling. Wait, was that
dead?
Skulls? Okay.
Yeah, that 30 is dead. So we do not have to worry about 30 skulls for this seed.
The Hintball Space Program. That sounds like pretty good. It'd be a randomizer themed space program. It should be sponsored by NASA.
But it looks like we got a boss key from one of the keys, so this means that we are hovers locked out.
Yeah. It's a very nice fire temple, but unfortunately...
Kinda need some health first.
Yeah.
It also means we're probably going to be seeing chew strats for the dragon.
Yeah. 9 chews are required to hit Volv's secondary hitbox.
as Gav gets his extra pack of chews.
And I believe Drew also has a bottle. So
But he hasn't released the Poe from it yet.
true.
So
Even
won't
if
be
it's
able to get it.
hint, you might as well go for it. Okay, let's see this hint. Wait, Grudo's
It's a repeat of Grudo's Fortress. That is the repeat for that.
Metagoron. Gotcha. So we're missing a Wath hint and a Foolish hint.
Yes, and we are. Oh, okay. Oh, it is actually the big key here. And it's small.
Very small.
And Gav is handing in the big Poe, probably going to get the. So
I think he's. Yeah.
He's handing it in just for the bottle.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And I think what both Drooness and Gav are going to do is they're going to finish off Fire Temple so that they can get the
Boss key.
the boss key at the same time they get the song.
Yeah.
Which is a good play. A very good shout.
Or
Gav is going to get the song. I can respect that too.
It'll either
it could be an item.
Yep.
I would laugh if that was actually just like the Iron Boots here.
Or it's Saria's song.
It's Saria's song for forest access. It's exactly what I figured it would have, like, at some point, I figured it would have been.
So, Rush Forest After Fire. Gotcha.
Yeah, Rush Forest After Fire.
I think that is the appropriate response. But I think, actually, Gav is going straight for Forest.
Yeah, it could be for the SFM song check too. But the fact that it's for that access in the first place.
So there might be something big in Forest Temple.
It's Nocturne. It's either Nocturne or the item check.
Yeah.
But with that hookshot in Wath Kakariko, it could easily have, like, Forest could easily have the long shot in there too.
Yep. And then by process of elimination, we all know which song check has the item.
Yep. Very clean.
Very clean. Although, Free Scarecrow is still on. It's
Muscle
still
memory.
true.
I do the same thing, so.
But it's very
We have,
an even faster execution on that.
we're still missing a Wath, but we do have Temple of Time, Kakariko Village,
But yeah, that's
River, and Hyrule Field. And we know that Frogs 1 is our Wath location.
So Ocarina of Time has
An item. Which means it can't really have anything for us.
yeah. But it's still in the Wath location.
Other than light arrows. Or something leading to light arrows. And Drooness is just getting bullied by the dragon.
Mhm.
Like, there's a very real possibility that Irons or Hovers could be in here. Because we don't know what our last Foolish is, and it could be a dungeon. And we don't know what our last Wath is, and that also could be a dungeon.
Yeah. And Gav is just going to be grabbing some skulls around here, already reaching 10.
Yep.
But yeah, light meant forest, but thankfully we don't have to do, like, I don't think we really need to do Jabu or Spirit. Oh,
Where's the boss key?
very early.
Oh, this is going to have to be very careful. Oh, ooh.
Drooness is just burning a lot of time in Fire Temple.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
Sorry, I had to preface that. I think he's going to go into Adult Lake.
Yeah. It's just best not to, like, go too far into it. I mean,
Thinking
kind of
about grabbing those...
the Volve, so you don't want to waste too much of your time.
Thinking about grabbing those fire arrows, I think that was on top of Lake Lab.
Yeah.
Or was it in fishing?
It was fishing.
Oh, fishing. Right. My bad.
But since he's already planted the bean, he's gonna use that instead.
And so far, we've only found...
We found 2 keys in forest.
Yeah, it very easily could be a Wath Goron Tunic.
I think Gav is just gonna do courtyard after like floor master. Makes sense.
Yeah. And Drooness is about to find the slingshot once he gets to Remote Grotto.
I do like Gavaroni's trail for his sword. Like the whole black and red.
Yeah. Looks pretty nice. That is the 3rd key that we know of. So...
Probably gonna grab this skull.
Yep. I mean, I think he's thinking about 20 when he is thinking about the Kakariko hint.
Makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. It's
And now we're gonna be peeking here, and
it's a key.
oh,
And since we don't have hovers, we can't cheese it with 3 key forest.
yep. Droon is picking up his slingshot. Ooh, something
Big chest.
big. All right, another bow.
Oh my god. Bow percent anybody?
In less
That
than
was
an hour,
fast.
too.
That's a great place for a bow. Just the wrong seat for it.
Yeah. Island's just happening nothing, sadly. And Gav is on 12 skulls. Gonna be grabbing key number 4 from the well.
Yep. Because I'm pretty sure that at this point, Gav kind of knows that he kind of has the edge for at least this hint. As Drooness should be discovering his magic soon. Unable to reach it because, again, he knows that that one of the scales is irons locked. Whereas Gav has not gotten that hint yet because they're both in Zor's river.
Like, right next to each other.
But we almost are all out of keys in Forest. We have the big key, we have 4 small keys, we're just missing one.
Yep. And everything else is items. And the only major
was a
item...
bloopy.
Okay, that's a relief. But yeah, the only big item that we found was another bow. And all I could say is, none of the bows lock each other.
There's the last key.
Everything else is items.
Yep. Everything else. This is definitely screaming, Forest has something in here.
Yeah. It's also screaming, none of the bows lock each other.
Oh yeah, definitely. Loud and clear.
Just some cash money on...
Okay, I was correct. I said it was like fishing, and it's like, that's why Drooness didn't get to adult fishing. And Drooness is immediately thinking about the forest area, at least. Yeah, it's like the largest fish. Well, it's not this item.
There's bow chest. I believe Beth's chest, checkerboard chest, basement chest, and PG. And down goes one of the skeletons. Let's see. And the Stalfos are all gone. Nope.
Also small.
Nothing valuable here, sadly.
Yeah, there are... The dual hints are really nice, but they can be tricky at times.
Yeah. Oh, there's something big!
Oh, that is deep into forest.
That's Compass chest, I believe.
Furores!
Oh no!
Yeah, that is forest
Compass. But sadly, it does not, is not useful right now. We know where the magic is, but can't really use it without iron boots.
Yeah. Can't get it until we get the iron boots, because we sure as heck are not getting the,
Ooh, the gamer shot. Excellent work from Gav.
And looks like Drooness is gonna make the same, play here. Depends on how far he goes into the forest as well.
Yeah.
So no, like, with no minuets, you're more inclined to just dip and see how far you can get into forest. with Minuet, you can be more aggressive and just abandon forest to a certain degree.
Hey, free heart. Take those.
But yeah, double light medallion forest. But again, with Gav, it's a play that makes sense because it's locked behind Saria's. In fact, to make that Wath, Rudo's letter is in Forest Temple or locked behind an item in Forest. Not that it's necessary, because Jabu is a water medallion. Yeah, it could be in Shadow too. That's the only other place.
And we're still missing, like, hover boots. I think... And logically, we still need to find a bomb bag.
Yeah.
It could be...
Potentially physically too, because of Bomb Chew Bowling. Because we know that Market is not foolish because of the treasure chest game hint. And the big pose hint.
Yeah. Bottom of the Well is now fully available, aside from 2 checks.
Yeah, Forest is logically bomb locked as well.
Yeah. Because you do need DC. So I'm thinking that Storm's probably locks bombs.
It's... yeah. It could be like in Kokiri Storms.
Or Bottom of the Well. There's a
Bottom of the Well. Yeah, because DMT Storms is dead.
Yep.
It's only valuable for another hint.
Yeah. Well, at least get to see, like, what's in the basement here. And Drooness is gonna be probably disappointed by finding more bows.
Well, at least we won't have to worry about running out of arrows. Oh my goodness, that is a big chest in the basement. They can't get that because they don't have Iron Boots or Gold Scale, and Gold Scale is locked behind Iron Boots.
Also, bomb-locked bombs, anyone?
Yep. But yeah, we're just about to fight off a ghost in a technically unrequired dungeon. But that means that bomb bag is probably Wath for at least one of our locations. Or another hidden location. Because we still don't know what our 5th Wath is yet. It's very possible that it's like Kokiri Forest. Or Bottom of the Well. So yeah, we will not be seeing Gold Scale water this seed around. Nice. Oh, just gonna miss that one. Now it's gonna be the hardest part when he's on that that last hit. Where he's actually got to play tennis.
Yep. Well done.
No, the last Wath can be overworld, but it can be a dungeon. It's just up to 2 dungeons for Waths in these settings. But you can have a seed where no dungeons are Wath, and that's a heart container on Phantom Ganon. That's
very
vanilla.
Oh, and Drooness missing the slash.
Could see Yav maybe going for Storm Grotto here, or just leaving and going Child.
Makes sense.
Especially with Bombchu bowling on the table and a full Zora's River on the table too.
Yep.
And we know that it's Frogs 1. We don't know what's on Frogs 1, but we know it's on Frogs 1.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why he's not going for fire. Then again, he could do fire at any time, so it's not a big commitment. But yeah, I think he's just trying to chase his wasps first.
Yeah, it's a smart play. Given that there's still plenty of required items for both Shadow and Water Temple. Like, we're missing hovers, we're missing irons, and we're missing another hook shot.
But we'll be seeing Richard the dog and Bombchu bowling here.
We'll see if the good boy himself, Richard, is something valuable.
But I'm not sure exactly why, because, yeah, I probably would have rushed Fire Temple.
They're the light arrows!
Well, there's no scary light arrows chain here.
Richard the dog.
Richard is a very good boy, bringing home the lemon lollipop.
Who doesn't like lollipops? And that is dead?
Yep. And dead.
R.I.P. Bombchu Bowling.
Like, thankfully for Gav, it's not very deep into fire for the boss key. Yeah, but I think he's just trying to do immediate go mode when he can. And Gav is setting up for Sun Song so that he can do Dompe digging immediately into the well, I think.
Yeah. I believe he's already done chickens.
Yeah, he did. And I think also probably grab 10 and 20 skulls at the same time.
Yeah. Wait, that's the second hint for Treasure Chest
game? Yep.
So that would be Graveyard. Got it. So we have all the copies of the sometimes hints, except for one of the duo ones.
Dompe, yeah, doing nighttime robbery.
Yep. I'm getting a few skulls here.
Nice. Very clean. So he will be at 19 skulls. Which means you'll just have to find a 20th one for later. Or he's going for just 18 here. Because you can just route in. Yeah, we still do not have a 5th Way of the Hero, unfortunately.
Yeah. And tunic.
Well, that tunic is in logic and can be considered a Wath, but we have plenty of other good candidates like Song of Storms for Frogs 1 in Wath Zora's River, with the only check not being checked yet. And there's also the hook shot and the hammer. So Kakariko Village kind of loaded.
Yeah. So, what exactly is WAF again?
Yes. 20 skulls was the other hook shot.
If it were, well, whoever's been more focused on getting skulls will definitely benefit greatly from this.
Yeah, because Gav is 2 skulls away from getting 20. And with how easy it is to get back to the area, relatively speaking, it shouldn't be all that bad. Ooh! Oh my goodness. That is a big chest in the well. Mirror shield! Well, it's nice to find. Not necessary for this seat, depending on where our iron boots, hover boots, and long shot are. But certainly it's nice to have. Yeah, mirror shield in the. Oh, that's a long shot! Oh, ho, ho.
Right, we forgot to put in hook shot, which was in windmill, DOH, and bottom of the well, coffin.
That's not even hook locked.
Neither of them lock each other.
But it could still be Wath, just for the simple fact of both being long shot at the same time.
Oh, SpeedGaming Francais with a rating with a party of 30. Welcome in. We're just doing a round 2 match between Drooness and Gavaroni.
There's a key. That's 2 keys. One of them is bomb locked.
Yep.
The thing is, though, is we don't have a scale to put that into logic at the moment.
Yeah.
If we find the other scale, then it is entirely in logic. Which is possible just to be right in this area. Gav also on his last stick, by the way. So he has to jump slash. He can't,
Now, I know that there's a stick drop in, yeah. Out of sticks.
Yeah, that is truly unfortunate.
And that's why you gotta do steel stick.
Well, you can't really do steel stick in...
I mean, on the skulls.
Gav was out of sticks, and Dead Hand without that spare stick is a pain to fight against.
Yep.
I could see him save quitting again just to get one more stick. Or what I... Okay, he's gonna check all the other checks quickly enough just to see, Or he gets sticks!
More sticks!
And that was dead in the like room.
Yep.
Absolutely mad play there.
More sticks. Very convenient. It's plot armor, obviously.
Oh my god. Speaking of plot armor.
And that is double defense, and there goes the shield.
Rip shield. If this is an item, then we can just ignore Dead Hand, I think.
And it
I
is.
think this is a play towards Zora's River being able to full clear that. But just we will miss the brave shield that risked its life to get attacked by a burning bat.
Now say that in a phrase in normal conversation.
And Drooness, I think, is going to do Kupuri Storms.
Yeah.
We didn't. I don't think we've seen that yet.
Yeah. I'm just suspecting that it's either a scale or a bomb bag. Though it could just very well be dead as well. I will be thrown off for a loop.
I can easily see this being like a bomb bag. But
Just
grabbing the fairy. Oh no.
It's something big. And I think that's the last hint.
Yeah, that was for the fish again.
There's the bomb
bag! Oh my goodness. That is the first logical bomb bag. 19 skulls on Gav's side. So now we know that Frogs 1 has to be something else.
Probably iron
will
boots.
grab. Yeah, that's probably the best item here. Is iron boots. That would give us most of what we need.
Or hover boots.
So that should tell him that fire is hovers locked, at least. Not fire is hovers locked, but that maybe we should start going in the direction of fire. Because it's fully in logic, by the way.
Yeah.
But,
I think he's checking out the rest, because, you know, this is his first time here.
Yep. But yeah, fire is hovers locked. So yeah, it's essentially just an Iron Boots casino mode. You know what? Where it could be is like in the rest of Fire Temple.
Yep. Because it seems to be actually pretty early into logic.
Because the thing is we know that fire is hovers locked. Gav doesn't know it yet, but fire is 100% hovers locked.
You'll get that information soon, once he decides to do Fire Temple.
But I think he's going to do Zora's Domain.
We got a hint stone and 2 checks.
Yep. Drooness is also going to get the... probably going to go into the well, find the long shot, find the hovers off of the frogs. But,
so if any of them manage to find their iron boots, they're effectively in go mode. Because then they can grab the magic. Oh, that's a third Kakariko hint!
Oh my god, Kakariko is double Woth. Yeah. Wowee, eh? Well,
so hammer, Goron, tunic, is probably it. It's just hard to determine because it's like two. Yes, I am in shock and surprise. Yes, makes sense.
I too am totally shocked by the revelation that Kakariko is indeed double waff.
I mean, there's been seeds where it's been triple waff.
One of these days, it'd be funny to see it as quadruple waff.
Yeah. Even funnier if it happened to be
Skulls.
quintuple waff.
Like, what's your way of the hero, Kakariko Village?
Anything else? Kakariko Village. It's just really cursed. That's all I can say. But drooness is going to be getting his goodies soon.
Yes, the villagers in Kakariko Village will save the world from Ganondorf. You're just their errand boy.
And then there's nothing in the domain. So, yeah, rush fire.
And the lady, has... Her dog brought her a yellow lollipop, so... We'll just have to wait and see where those irons are, because they could be just about anywhere. My best guess is it's probably, like, in Fire Temple right now.
But it's a pretty nice looking shield.
Well, Gav can't even go into Shadow until he gets Iron Boots, because the other magic is definitely behind that first one.
Yep. The first one is in Tektite Grotto. Yep, IGC is effectively dead.
It could be, but we don't have many places left in Logic, actually. Like, we have Shoot the Sun, but not much else. We do have GTG, that is correct.
Yeah.
So right now, Spirit is effectively nothing for us. There's nothing in... And we can't even do all the checks in GTG anyway. But some pretty clean Fire Dancer fights. Side by side with Dead Hand.
Yeah.
Almost.
Almost got him.
We do have to worry about Silver Block Room. Because that could have a surprise, like it can have 4 keys, which would hard lock us out of the center chest. Heck, even 3 keys would do that.
It does seem that we that they probably should go deeper into fire after completing.
There is Child Spirit, but it's like, why would I want to do that right now? I mean, there is... I guess you could go to Child Spirit, because we don't know anything about Spirit Temple yet.
Yeah. Spirit or fire are our most likely plays. They're the only ones in Logic thus far.
And GTG. GTG's in Logic too.
Or at least most of the checks.
Yeah, most of the checks, other than Toilet. And
the push block room.
yeah, GTG isn't too bad or out of the way. But yeah, both of them kind of ate through their shields.
Who needs a shield as a child anyways?
But fire is easy to get back to, so it's not a big commitment. But, other than that, I wouldn't go much further than GTG. Well, you don't really need to anyway. Yeah, digging deep into fire is kind of a last resort unless otherwise hinted.
Ow.
Oh,
Almost. Got him.
nice.
Give him a little boop on the nose. Give her a little boop on the nose, and
A
she'll be
massive
fine for him.
headache. As Drooness gets his hover boots. But it's very possible that Irons could just be sitting on 20 skulls.
Yeah.
And right now, finding Irons would probably be the best thing for both of our runners. Because that would unlock a magic, whereas if we find another magic, that would just have Shadow Temple completion. And songs can be really tough at times.
I believe this is the 20 skull turn in.
Yep, I believe that is the case. That is very much possible. As cursed as that sounds.
Because that slingshot is now in Logic. Thanks to Kokiri Storms having a bomb bag.
And with that, we'll get to see what's on 20 skulls, because we know we're not getting hinted this one. right. And both shirts! Both shirts!
Oh my gosh. That is crazy.
The Skull House? More like the
shirt. It's a clothing
The-
store.
It's a big clothing store. And that's our other Cacwath.
It seems like fire stuff and water stuff.
We don't even know where Water BK is. However, we are hard irons locked this seed because Icy Waters has one of our scales.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Gav is making his way over to... he should be making his way over to GTG soon enough. But checking the lab roof makes sense. Because this is unhinted.
And
And
we're
reversing. Yep. This is a good time to do so. Because you know that all the checks are going to be dead along the way other than Hammer Rocks. Yeah, Kakariko Village is really loaded today.
but basically GTG time.
Yep. But anyway, there's the dragon down for Drooness. Now the question comes down to where does he go next? So I imagine he's also thinking about going through GTG as well, just simply off of sheer statistics alone.
And there's the ISG before the blue warp.
The meme SG, you mean?
Yes.
Taking care of the thief guard. Yep, and Drooness is also making his way over to GTG.
I'd say we still have quite a race here.
Yep. Not even picking up the keys right now. Just thinking immediately about checking right side.
Yeah, got Song of Time, so why not? Plus, you could do a bit of peeking.
Yeah, we'll have to see what we find. There's a lot of keys. That is at least 3 keys we've seen so far.
Yep. Oh,
Ooh.
something in the back here.
Iron Boots!
That's go mode for Gav.
Essentially, yeah. GG.
So we're going to be sitting through 2 dungeons.
Yep. Well, we do have one of them is water, so the key can be anywhere. So drooness is not that far behind.
Oh no, you got arrested again.
But I think Gav might just do Shadow Temple first, because it's a longer dungeon.
Yep, and with Water Temple, depending on how you play your cards and how the seed goes.
And just like that. Not water is a fair bet. It doesn't matter which dungeon you do the order in anyway, because they don't unlock anything until you're actually in when you get all the stones anyway.
It looks like Drooness is going to be checking Valley Hammer first.
Yep. Which
And
will lose him a teensy bit of time, but not much.
it looks like Gav is a compass first kind of guy.
Yep. And nothing, not even a small.
Yep.
Yeah, at this point he doesn't need to care. He's in full go. He just has to yeet himself into the heart of danger.
With reckless abandon.
But yeah, essentially we'll be just going through go mode Shadow.
You think we're gonna go for a wallet though at this rate? Oh, there's a small key in the map chest.
It depends if it's even Woth. There are so many other good candidates for Woth.
That is small key number 2. Off to kill a few shell blades. Ouch.
Getting bullied by clams.
It's time to make chowder out of them. And there's
Another small.
a small key. And Drew has just entered go mode.
Yep. Alright, will water BKB anything big? Or is it just bait? Well, it's a big item. A lens. What's that doing here? That's another small. So that's number 4. The only thing Requiem was even good for this seed was basically, like, making it slightly easier for Sunsung routing, like for time of day routing, and reversing to GTG. That's it.
Yep.
Making the Dragon Chest Gambit here. And the Fishing Hint. Though we did find the other one in Kokiri Storms. Oh, that's unfortunate. Gav crashed.
Yep.
Hopefully he did not lose very much progress, but that is an absolutely awful feeling.
Well, oh, it just stuttered for a bit.
No, it actually did crash. He had to, like, reload the save.
Yeah. And that's number 5.
That just puts Dark Link Loop into logic.
And I think it crashed again. No, he reset.
Well, it doesn't need to. It did crash, but it's not a big deal. But it is really annoying when it happens.
Yeah.
But the only chest we haven't seen yet is Central Pillar and the Dark Link Loop.
But it looks like, yeah, they've triggered an FPA because Gav crashed and he had to reload the emulator.
It shouldn't be like that long, but well, here's the thing. We found 5 keys without Central Pillar so far. Central Pillar could be an item.
And we've seen 2 other items, one of which is Lens of Truth, which was quickly scummed.
Yep. But yeah, technical difficulties. Unfortunate ones, too. But I think they're both waiting for the time that they both agreed on to keep going.
And there we go. Gav just needs to do Central Pillar and Dark Link slash River Chest. Yeah, Zora Tunic's only really required for water key logic.
And for like one check.
Mhm.
Now the question is, will it be important this time around, or will it be some junk item? Or even key number 6. Alrighty. Well, since we're in go mode, all we have to do is worry about dungeons on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
Getting bullied by the sea urchins.
Yep.
There it is.
There it is!
Well, Zora Tunic logically required.
Yep.
Yeah, this is an execution race.
And I think that sometimes hints for the scale in Icy Waters is the ultimate, hey, this, you catch Gold Scale Water Temple. I'll just make it very obvious.
Nope, there was some stuttering on Gav's side.
Yeah.
The emulator is fighting back.
But I see that drooness is more of a map first rather than a compass first.
Yep. Oh, it looks like he's gonna do Dark Link Loop.
It sure seems that way.
Ooh, Morpha not playing very nice.
And that's going to cause an even bigger time loss for drooness. There we go.
Oh, Morpha not playing nice at all. Well, at least we'll get to see what's potentially on the other checks. Because we are still missing 2 items.
Yeah. And down goes Morpha. Item or key? The choice is yours.
If Morpha's a key, then Drooness is finding 2 items.
Yep. But we have to sit through a very long cutscene of this large amoebic creature dying.
Yep.
Oh. Rip.
Yep, okay, so Dark Link Loop is 2 items.
The last 2 items.
And Dark Link is down. Oh no.
Okay.
Bait.
Oh, we're not
getting it though.
see it. Rip. I wanted to see what it was.
Well, Drooness has no time to be digging through
Chests. Yeah. But now my curiosity has been piqued. And off to Shadow Temple with Gav. So we're going to be about 10-15 minutes.
I think that was a... Oh my god!
Oh my god! Water Temple is unintentionally loaded.
Loaded full of junk. I wouldn't be surprised if, like, the boomerang was just sitting in there.
Yeah. And maybe Rudo's letter.
Rudo's letter has to be, like, locked behind Sarya's. So it'd be in Shadow Temple.
Maybe.
It has to be because it's Wath.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, Sarya's is Wath, so...
That's the first small key on map chest.
Because Drooness is in Go. He's got every item he needs to beat the seed.
Yeah.
It's just finding the boss keys and small keys needed to access the boss. It's just that we have to go through Shadow Temple, which is a linear and long dungeon.
Yep. And unlike with Forest Temple, where you can sort of switch it up, Shadow Temple is mostly the same. Very little variation.
Let's see, what's here? That's
Another
so we
small...
found 2 small keys so far.
And save quits. I think that is slightly faster on MU.
Yeah.
Especially if you have, like, global hotkeys.
But there are a couple items we'll not be seeing. We'll not be seeing any wallets, not any extra slingshots.
Or the last bomb bag. The second magic.
2 strengths.
A scale, or any of the wallets. Rudo's letter. Boomerang. Or any more bottles.
Yeah, this seed is really jetty.
Any of the 2 other swords. That is the 3rd small key.
Maybe Shadow is trying to get Gav out of there as quickly as he wants to be out.
Yeah. Turbo jet seed, that's what it is.
And it makes sense to go for force. Oh my god, that's probably Rudo's letter in there.
Yeah. but we'll never get to see it. As drooness also cleans up the creature.
Yep. Second magic in shadow is also really likely. But I'm thinking it's also just like Rudo's letter. Because Saria's is Wath, and if Rudo's letter is available before like Nocturne. Ooh.
Oh no.
That's really unfortunate. Another crash. And oh, saving. Oof. That is unfortunate. Getting bullied hard by BizHawk being BizHawk.
Yep. But honestly, that was actually pretty frightening. Not as big of a time loss, but still one nonetheless. Because Emulator decided to say, nah fam, we're gonna keep lagging you.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate.
I might just do a safety save, just in case.
But anyway, so far, still have the first 3 keys we've found. Which means we could be walking through a lot of junk items just to... There's the boss key.
The boss key? So we're just missing 2 small keys.
Yep.
Oh,
my god.
choose!
Shoe pack.
That was Shadow Invis chest.
Oh my god, you're right. It is the 5-pack. That's absolutely cursed. I mean, for a dungeon with the theme, it's very appropriate.
I think that's dead in lower.
Yeah.
We got upper and switch.
Dead.
Upper is also dead.
Switch is a key. So now we're looking just for one more small key.
And we might just be seeing a lot of junk items along the way.
Yep.
If not, then yeah, pretty jetty. Here's to hoping that we find one last key.
Just rushed manager. Yeah. Well, I'll definitely say that the crashes are a series of unfortunate events.
It looks like we're going to be skipping Shadow Pot. Okay.
That is a huge play.
Yeah.
No, Pot wasn't hitted. It's just that both of them have Furor's Wind, but...
Let's see what... Oh my god. Strength 2!
Oh my god! Oh my goodness. That is the hint room in Shadow. Oh no! Well, there's
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness.
There's the last
There's
key!
the last key! Time to bail.
Skipping the pot.
Stop skipping the pot to save time. We got this.
Gav is at 3.5 hearts, but he has double defense, so this should be easy.
Very easy. Sniping those bats.
Sniping's a good job, mate. Never punished for skipping the pot.
Good. Pot sucks.
Yeah, I hate the pot. That's a pretty interesting way of clipping through that.
Yeah, it's a very, very quick shadow, and I'm very appreciative of that.
It's the ultimate mercy of a jet seed like this. Well, somewhat jet, because I'm sort of baited into Forest Temple.
Time to put an end to his drumming.
Oh,
Ooh, I think that was one hit away,
one or two.
which is really unfortunate. Two, okay. I wonder what the pot was. We know it's nothing, but... Oh, it's some cash. Some couch cash.
Yep.
Could you imagine if Iron Boots had actually just been in Fire Temple the whole time?
Oh, that's the last slingshot!
So, it's not slingshot blocked, by the way.
That was bongo bongo.
I know I'm mentioning it this little late, but that's not slingshot locked.
Nope, not at all.
Not that it matters, but it's funny. Yeah. Well, we're very close. This is a really, really close race.
Yeah.
it's what we like to see here is when the races are really close. Or it's not someone off stumbling looking for go mode.
Yeah. Then again, these settings have been tremendously fast for brackets, I think.
Yep. I think that's the intention, is to make them really fast. To have more matches, and make it easier to schedule matches too, which I can always appreciate. Because Ocarina of Time is a relatively long game for randomizer, because if you do a lot more, like, the more you add requirements for, the longer it takes.
Yep.
And you gotta remember, this is essentially around a 215 for essentially a full clear of Forest Temple, which at the time was a pretty reasonable play. Even I thought it was a good play, because, like,
Yeah.
it's locked behind Saria's, and it just made sense to just kind of go there, because it was difficult to get back there. Unless you really, really wanted to rush ice for Minuet.
And down goes Salt and Pepper. Which is the colloquial name we've given them, because, you know, the color of their armor. They're also Ganondorf's #1 guards.
Indeed, I mean, he gives them the special privilege of being the last enemy before him.
Yep. Is that the one cycle on Drooness' side?
Yeah, it was. Very clean.
Very clean, very crisp.
What we like to see here is bosses getting defeated quickly. But at least we have a hammer for...
Oh, you forgot to equip the light arrows.
Yep. Those are definitely the nerves taking over for menuing there, which
Yeah.
I very much understand. Especially when you don't know how close you are to your opponent. Because
Very true.
Drooness is essentially just a tower climb away.
Yeah.
Like, I know I'd probably be making similar mistakes. So, I very much understand that.
And 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 18 seconds later, here's Ganon!
Yep. But yeah, there wasn't really a whole lot to trip you up other than Iron's Casino, but GTG is a logical play because it's chip dance. Bolero is something you can get since you have it so early on. You don't even have to worry about Fire Temple, because even if it was there, your opponent is likely going to follow you into GTG.
That is one hit. Number 2. And that is the third hit.
Tenderized the bacon, getting it ready for the air fryer. It's 2.
3.
You're getting close. Getting real close.
One more hit. And bam! Get your
the
GGs
air fryer.
in chat.
Yep, get your GGs in chat.
In this round going to Gavaroni, he'll be advancing to round 3.
But very, very close match between these two. It was fun to watch. And the logic, working out the logic was really nice.
Yes. And finding some interesting items.
Yeah. The funny thing was, you didn't even have to hard require strength at all for this seed.
Mm-hmm. And
Hello,
GG's
and GG.
Gavaroni.
GG. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect. Wonderful. Yeah, that was something, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just
Sorry for
unfortunate with
the-
some of those crashes that just happens.
Yeah. That's crazy. I've probably played, I don't know, too many randomizer seeds to count, and I've never had an emulator issue until this seed.
That is weird. Yeah, because I
Thankfully,
know
it
in
wasn't
our
a crash.
match,
Go ahead.
yeah, I was worried too.
Yeah, I've never
Good.
actually done like the autosave RAM stuff, and I wasn't responding right away, so I'm like, well, hopefully this thing doesn't actually crash, because I like only half know how to reboot my save.
Oh
But
god, I should learn that because I'm doing that for multi-world, the multi-world
Yeah.
tournament, and I'm a VC player.
Yeah, and
Is-
VC, it's, I mean, you're kind of just, it'll go back to what your save was, but you're kind of doomed. The problem with BizHawk is if it like crashes and then you just open the game without, you have to like go in and like re-add your save that you had basically, otherwise it'll just launch the seed fresh.
Yep.
And thankfully that didn't happen. But yeah, and then I was like, and then it froze again a couple times in water, but like unfroze pretty quickly. It was just like lagging. I don't know, I've never seen it before. And then, like, obviously you guys saw the void and shadow. I was literally typing
Yeah.
FPA again because I like sat there and waited. It didn't unfreeze. And then the moment I take my hands off the controller to start typing, it unfreezes and I just fall into the void. And I was
Yeah,
sitting
I
there
was
like,
thinking that was the case.
if
and
I
that was
lose
just-
because of this, man, I'm gonna lose it. But thankfully that wasn't the case.
It was still a really close match, even without the crashes. But it really sucks when it happens.
Yeah, I mean, Drew's a super good player. I figured it was going to be a pretty close race. Him and I talked a little bit in the race room. Sounded like he had some fire struggles, and then he ended up going forest because he thought he was behind, which makes, I probably would have done a similar thing. And then I obviously got baited into forest because of my opener giving me the Temple of Time way to hero.
Yep. With
Yeah.
that bomb-locked bomb bag in the forest basement.
Yeah, that was bomb locked though, right? Because DC was it was just for Nocturne at the end of the day. So letter is Nocturne locked somewhere, probably just in shadow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
there's
guess
a
it
lot
could
of
be.
big chests in Shadow that we were never going to see what was inside.
Yeah, could also be. I mean, I know I opened Strength 2 in there. It could be G2G Spirit, something like that. Somewhere Nocturne locked, but I don't know. I
We
felt
also
like
found two other big chests on the Dark Link loop.
Drew did that. Yeah, I used to do that route, and then forget. I think it was Sponge. I saw Sponge started doing Dragon before if he was in Go mode, and it's like,
It
makes
sometimes
sense.
pays out, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah, and I mean, it ended up being in I think it was actually in Central Pillar, the seed, but which I always do Central Pillar before the loop, but I can see why you wouldn't. I mean, it's pretty slow. So.
Yeah, it's just kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, that's a
We'll
good
never
chunk
find
of
out what's
right there.
in those chests, but definitely a lot of bait in Water and Shadow, that's for sure.
Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, I don't know, that seed was... I was in a pretty rough spot mentally, like, the whole time. I mean, I decided to gamble GV Lake after I got the shoes because I could do all 3 South Grottos as well. And the spawn was in Lon Lon, so I was like, oh, this isn't too bad. It's, you know, worst case I get a couple hints and get some kind of awkward checks out of the way. And best case I get, you know, an item that just like, you know, sometimes just like automatically wins you a race and or some hints and stuff. And then I get like 3 great hints, right? I get River Way of the Hero, Field Way of the Hero, and Temple of Time Way of the Hero. So I'm like, I didn't get any items, but I'm feeling pretty good.
GG's, drooness.
GG's.
GG.
Thank
What's
you.
up, gamer?
How's it go?
It's going. I was just explaining I did GV Lake in the opener after save quitting in Child and getting the shoes in Lon Lon.
Oh, okay.
That's where the Temple of Time Way of the Hero was in Valley. And I also got River and Field Way of the Hero, so I was actually feeling pretty good. And then the River and Field Way of the Hero duplicates were just like on the path that you have to take to beat the seed, and the Temple of the Time Way of the Hero is complete bait, so I was like, oh, this is about as tragic as it gets, but thankfully, you know.
Yeah, especially finding that long shot in the well.
Yeah, that was. I mean, the well would have been the play. I started walking towards the sword after I got Zarya's, because I just expected it to be Nocturne. I mean, I wasn't even like considering it could be anything else really. The Temple of the Time Way of the Hero, and then I was like, wait a second, that wasn't Nocturne. That was something else. What just happened? And then decided to go Forest, obviously, and got Nocturne. But yeah, I was in a Sims because you struggled with choose Volvagia. I like intentionally didn't do it because I didn't have bomb bag, and I've done Shoe Volv like maybe once ever.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I'm just not gonna do that.
Yeah,
I'll come back later.
it's a terrible feeling at times.
Yeah,
I
I'm
did
just.
find the first logical bomb bag though.
Yeah.
Where could it even be at this point?
Yeah, storms.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah.
I did Forest like pretty early, and then I found the bomb bag in the basement, and I was like, well, that's bomb locked, but like it's good to have, I guess. Like that's like 2 more checks I can do, and like having bombs is nice. And then I went to KF Storms, and I was like, oh.
Oh,
like,
you actually.
now I
found it
just
after
actually did
page.
Forest for nothing.
Yeah, I never did KF Storms. Probably should have after Forest, honestly, but I don't know. I was kind of in a. I think at that point I had like Fire to beat and the well to do still and stuff, so I just kind of did that instead. But
Yeah, I also had those things, but I was like, I just really want an item to be on a bad check right now. Like, please
put
let something.
somewhere. Yeah.
I was like, please something, just give me something. And like, it was just, yeah, just go to GTG and do the right side.
Yeah,
and
when I
it's
got
over.
the irons, I mean, we were both probably feeling the exact same way. Like, oh, well, I'm just playing for another 25 minutes to lose. Like,
Yeah.
this is how we both, like, basically did the same thing. Your stuff lost you a little more time than mine did. It sounds like you did the Dark Link loop as well in Water, which I didn't do.
Yeah, I usually save Central Pillar for last, and then it just didn't work out this time.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's just... I don't know what's better on average. I think they're both completely valid plays.
Especially since we found 5 keys before, doing Dark Link Loop area anyway.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Water's just like one of those things. Like I can't get a grasp on how to route it. I just do it the same way every time and hope for the best. And I try not to think about it too much. But dude, every chest in Water was big. I think there was like one small brown chest, but like the others were all big chests. I didn't open any of them, but like
I opened the Bosky one just like out of muscle memory. It was like a bottle or something. I don't fucking remember.
It was Lens,
I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one of those is probably BGS in hindsight. Because Letter has to be somewhere locked behind Nocturne, right? Otherwise, sorry, this isn't Way of the Hero. So.
Yeah. And then Shadow Compass was a big chest too, but I didn't open that either. So I could be it also, or it could be Letter. I was thinking, like when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's probably Letter there. And then like every invisible chest in Shadow was also big.
Was big, yeah.
I was like, you know what, Shadow, that's great, but like not right now. Please just give me a key.
Yeah. I skipped the pod, dude. I finally did it.
I wanted to so
the pod for once.
I wanted to
Did
do
it
it
pay
so
out?
bad.
I did. I mean, on average, it pays out, right? It's just so scary to do.
Especially if you're only missing one key, it's like,
Right,
well,
yeah.
probably not there, but like, I don't know. Like, in my head, I was like, if I skip that and lose to that, I'm actually gonna lose it. Like,
Yeah, I was, because I was telling these guys, my emulator started lagging in Shadow when I was hovering over a pit and I avoided, and I was like, well, I technically didn't call FPA for that, so if I lose to that, I guess it stands, so hopefully that's not the case. But, yeah, that was, because it was, I hadn't even, like, opened a door yet. I had run past all the falling spiders and
oh yeah,
those gaps there, so it's, like, kind of the worst spot to fall.
yeah, that's pretty rough.
I avenged Dylan, though. He DM'd me after and he goes, "Oh, so this time he loses the Fire Temple, huh?"
Listen, if I have to go in there without a bomb bag, like all bets are off.
Yeah, for real.
Oh, I felt so bad though. It was like, I think it was literally 4 times I died, and then I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. I just left.
Oh, did you leave? Oh no, yeah, that makes it feel even worse.
Yeah, like I was like, I cannot do this. Like I don't know why I can't, but like I cannot do this, so I just left.
I had done I was learning it before and got like somewhat decent at it, but I don't know if I've ever actually done it in a race before. Maybe once.
I had never really tried it. I just figured it was like one of those things that like, oh yeah, like if it comes up, I'll just do it. And there actually is some difficulty to it because like the spawns, I don't know. Like I got like a back left circle spawn, and I was like, oh, that's like as long as it's not in the middle, that's fine. And then she breathed fire on me, and I was like, oh wait, yeah, that's a factor.
Yeah,
and then
any of the first 3 circles, I think is just you can't even do it. I think you
Yeah.
can technically do it off the right one if you can double side hop left to avoid the fire and then get back into position and get doing it. You can probably do the same thing from the left side, but
And then I think the second time I did it, I got the middle hole, which was bad. Third time I got like back right, which was too far. And then I was like, okay, well, like if none of these spawns are good, then like what is a good spawn? And I was like, I was like, I'm clearly out of my element. Like I need to leave.
yeah, that's a tragic feeling. You didn't have tunic then. I found the tunic somewhere. I don't know where.
It was 10 skulls, and the other one was.
There was Tesoro tunic was 20 skulls too. Yeah, very funny, very funny.
Really?
I would have laughed if I realized that, but I didn't. So. Yeah, CAC was double way the hero. I don't know if you ended up finding that.
Yeah, I did. But at that point, I had already found like 4 things. So I was like,
same. I had checked it before going. I had checked the back of the lake hint before going to GTG because I was like, I don't want to like. These 2 hints are right here, and there's like maybe 4 hints left in the entire game. One of these has to have the goddamn way the hero hint on it.
Yeah, I was still missing the last way of the hero, and I was missing like a 30 skull hint.
I found that. I didn't find the 3rd foolish though. I don't think.
I didn't find that either, actually.
TNT and Fortress, I think. Yeah. Fortress.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was like fire or something.
Yeah. I considered almost going backfire. That was my plan if GTG didn't pay off.
So yeah, I was thinking that would probably be where it was if it wasn't in GTG.
Yeah, it was that or Child Spirit, I think, were the 2 plays that you could do, but I almost did Child Spirit at the start of the seed, decided not to though.
Yeah, I'm like a big hater of Child Spirit. I mean, like, not like hater, I just tend to not do it ever.
Yeah, the same. I mean, my first race in this tournament, I last location to check on Child Spirit, basically. Thankfully, so did my opponent. That we're here. Speaking of my opponent, he's in the skull.
Yeah, it was a really close match too.
Yeah, it was. That was a crazy one. But...
Yeah. Any more questions?
Uh,
I don't know. Who do I play next? Probably not even close to decided, huh?
Well, whoever wins between Mr. Mario and Barbu.
Oh, we need a Gav Mr. Mario rematch, dude.
It'll most likely happen, I think, but you never know.
I wouldn't count to Barbu out yet.
Yeah.
I mean, anything can happen in Rando, right? It's most people that make top 32 of a tournament like this, even if it's got less entries than like the main Discord tourney, is gonna be pretty good. So all it
Yeah.
takes is, one person. Like if myself or Drew did force a seed and the other player didn't, right? It's just kind of like it. 20 minutes is sort of an auto win in a lot of cases. So.
yeah.
It did make sense for both of you to go Forest. I mean,
For me, maybe not. Like, I did it because it didn't make sense. Like, that was my reasoning behind it. Like, I was like, this makes no sense. Let's do it because, like, I need
but I
something.
mean, we know that it can't be foolish anyway because of that Furor's wind in there.
Mm-hmm. And then, like, I was like, I'm just gonna like dip in because I needed Nocturne anyway. So I grabbed that, and then I was like, I'm just gonna dip in and like do the courtyard. And then by the time I was done the courtyard, I was missing one key, and I was like, well, Forest was like a bad play to begin with, but like the rest of Forest now is pretty good.
Yeah, that's exactly how I felt. Because I was like, because I had the Temple of Time Way of the Hero, so like I have to check courtyard at least, right? Like it's foolish not to. And then it was just 5 keys, and I'm like, okay, well, the hell do you? I guess I have to go, keep going. But didn't pay off. Just two bait big chests.
Mm-hmm.
I was so mad at the bomb bag, and then I was like, oh no, wait, it's okay, it's bomb locked. This couldn't have been the Way of the Hero anyways. Phantom Ganon's just gonna have me something nice. Classic rando Phantom Ganon long shot or something, and then he just had a vanilla heart container.
Yeah.
Scumbag.
Yep, absolute bait, unfortunately.
Yep. As I can see though, it's pretty fast. I mean, that's what these settings feel so good because they're so fast.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
agree.
even the longer settings where you get some crazy casino, it's not like edging on 4 hours.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm pretty sure there was like one of the races earlier. I don't remember who it was. It was in one of the round 1 matches. It was like 80 and they like finished in 225 or something. It's like, yeah, that can happen.
Yep.
Feels good. Turns out starting with Prelude saves a lot of time.
Oh, I think that was actually my race versus Dylan.
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah,
we did like we had like 8 dungeon rewards in like 2 hours something.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. I was like, I don't know what races I've watched, but that would make
I know
sense. I did watch
Ikola
them.
had an AD, basically a AD seed with a 225 around that mark too.
Yeah, that sounds like Ikola. That guy's cracked out of his mind.
Yeah.
Alright, well, GG.
Yeah, GG.
Thanks for the restream. Appreciate it. It was pretty short notice, so thanks for putting it all together.
Yeah, that was sick. I did not expect us to get restreamed after I messaged Drew yesterday at like 4 o'clock, being like, hey, can we reschedule? My plans are changing. So thanks for doing that.
No worries. Just had some spare time. Not much these days, but when I do.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, I echo what he said. Shout out to SGL and all the OT Rando players. And GG's.
Yep.
I'm gonna get me some dinner.
Thanks to our runners for letting us restream them and showing us a good race. Thank you to our commentators and trackers, as well as the restreamer. And thank you all for watching, and have a good one.
Yeah. Is there supposed to be someone who comes in and just
lets everyone know about the schedule. Because, yeah, I believe is posted in